Black customers pay more. White customers pay less. That's the game. Taylor Brooks tapped the register screen, training his newest barista. See this latte? Menu says $4.50. But when a black customer orders it, you charge $6. They never check receipts. Emma Wilson stared at him, 19 years old, first week on the job. That's stealing. That's profit. Taylor's smile was razor thin. Do it or get out. A black customer approached the counter, ordered a medium latte. Emma's hand shook as she pressed the upcharge button. $4.50 jumped to $6. He paid without looking, walked away, and just like that, the theft machine kept running. But in 3 days, one customer would check his receipt, and 3 words from a terrified employee would burn this whole system to the ground. 3 days earlier, Adrian Stone stood at his corner office window, 42 floors above Seattle. He'd built an empire, 42 coffee shops, 12 years of grinding, $340 million in annual revenue. His phone buzzed. Email notification. Subject, I'm done supporting you. From Dr. Marcus Franklin. Adrian clicked it open. Mr. Stone, I've been your customer for 8 years. I've spent over $40,000 at your stores. Today, someone showed me proof. I've been systematically overcharged. Not by accident, by design. Because I'm black. I'm done. Don't contact me. Adrian's chest tightened. Dr. Franklin was a professor, a regular at the Seattle flagship, one of their best customers. His phone buzzed again. Text from his PR director. Urgent. TikTok video going viral. 1.4 M views in 6 hours. You need to see this now. A link followed. Adrian clicked it. The video was shaky, filmed from behind a supply shelf, hidden. A young woman's voice, trembling, scared. I can't stay silent anymore. They force us to do this every shift, every day. The camera panned to a register screen. A transaction in progress. Black customers latte $6, white customers latte $4.25. Same drink, different prices. We add charges to black customers, give discounts to white customers. The manager trained us to do it. Week 1. The camera shifted. A glimpse of a schedule board, a manager's office door. The nameplate read, Taylor Brooks, store manager. Adrian's blood went cold. Taylor, his star performer, the guy he'd personally promoted 2 years ago, the manager with the highest margins in the company. The video continued. If we refuse, they cut our hours. Fire us. I tried reporting it. Corporate sent my complaint right back to him. He buried it. The employee's face appeared, partially hidden by a hood. Someone needs to know. This has to stop. The video ended with a geolocation tag, Seattle flagship store, his flagship, his first store, the one he'd opened with his life savings. Adrian set his phone down carefully. 1.4 million views, comments flooding in. People tagging news outlets, calling for boycotts. He pulled up his laptop, searched the store's financial data. Seattle flagship, 11.2% profit margins. Company average, 6.8% margins. He'd sent Taylor a congratulations email last month. Outstanding performance, keep it up. His stomach turned. He clicked deeper into the data. Transaction records, pricing patterns. The numbers didn't lie. Average transaction, black customers, $6.20 average transaction, white customers, $4.89. Same products, same sizes, different prices, for 2 years. Adrian walked to the wall behind his desk. A framed receipt hung there, the first sale he'd ever made. November 14th, 2012, 1 medium latte, $3.50. Customer, Mrs. Eleanor Patterson. He remembered her. 81 years old, black. She'd smiled and said, "Finally, someone who treats us right." He'd built everything on that promise, and now, somewhere along the way, that promise had rotted. His phone rang. Taylor's name flashed on screen. Adrian stared at it. If he answered, if he asked questions, Taylor would know, would delete files, warn employees, cover tracks. The call went to voicemail. Adrian opened a new search. Employee complaints Elevation Coffee Seattle. One anonymous Glassdoor review appeared, posted 3 months ago. Great company values on paper, toxic management culture in reality. They force you to do unethical things. HR doesn't help. They protect managers, not employees. He'd never seen it, never looked. He'd been too busy celebrating Taylor's outstanding margins to check how those margins were made. Adrian grabbed his jacket. 11:53 p.m. Most people were asleep. But he couldn't sleep, not until he knew. He opened his closet, found old clothes, a baseball cap, glasses he hadn't worn in years. Tomorrow morning, he'd visit that flagship store, not as Adrian Stone, CEO, as a customer. He needed to see it for himself. Watch the system work. Catch them in the act. Because doctors, Franklin's email, that TikTok video, the pricing data, they all pointed to one horrifying truth. He'd built a company on fairness, and someone had weaponized it into a machine that stole from the people he'd promised to protect. Tomorrow he'd get proof. Then he'd burn it all down. Adrian looked at Mrs. Patterson's receipt one more time. Finally, someone who treats us right. Not anymore. And that was on him. He turned off his office lights, disguise in hand, and headed for the elevator. Tomorrow, the truth, whatever it cost. 7:58 a.m., Seattle flagship store, back room. 12 employees crammed into a space meant for 6. Taylor Brooks stood at the front, arms crossed. A TV mounted on the wall showed the TikTok video, paused on the first frame. Imani Davis stood in the corner, hands steady, face blank. She knew what was coming. Taylor grabbed the remote. Everyone watch. He pressed play. The video played, the whispered confession, the register screen, the accusation. They make us steal, every single shift. When it finished, Taylor's finger stabbed the pause button. Someone filmed in my store, illegally. Nobody moved. This is defamation. We are finding out who did this. Emma Wilson, 19, shifted nervously by the door. She glanced at Imani, looked away fast. If anyone talks to the media, to corporate, to anyone outside this room, you're done. Immediate termination. His eyes swept across them. We're a family here. Family protects family, understand? Murmurs of agreement. Scared, half-hearted. James Anderson raised his hand. But is it true? Do we actually— Meeting over. Taylor cut him off. Back to work. Then loud enough for everyone to hear. Imani, my office, now. The office door closed. Through the window, the staff watched Taylor leaning forward, aggressive. Imani's shoulders stayed squared. 30 seconds later, the door flew open. Clean out your locker. You're done. Imani's face stayed calm. You don't even know it was me. I know everything that happens here. Taylor's smile was cruel. 5 minutes, then I call security. Imani walked to her locker. Every eye followed her. She pulled out a thick folder, a notebook, her name tag. The name tag, Imani Davis, Barista. She unpinned carefully and set on the top shelf. Emma appeared beside her. I'm sorry, I should have— Don't. You've got bills, student loans, I get it. What are you going to do? Imani closed the locker. Tell the truth, loudly. She walked toward the exit. James caught her at the door. We should have stood with you. Then you'd all be out here too. She looked back. He's counting on you being too scared. Are you scared? Terrified. But I'm more scared of staying silent. She pushed through the door. Outside, Imani sat on the curb, folder in her lap. 2 years of work, gone. Rent due in 12 days. But the folder held something Taylor didn't know about. Evidence. The back door cracked open. Emma slipped out. I've got 2 minutes before Taylor notices. She sat beside Imani. I hate that I didn't stand up. You're here now, that counts. Does it? You're fired. I'm still doing his dirty work. Imani opened the folder, showed the receipts, dozens, highlighted, annotated. 6 months of documentation, every wrong charge, every pattern. Emma's eyes widened. You're reporting this? I tried. Corporate hotline 3 times. The complaints went straight to Taylor. So what now? I don't know. Who's going to listen to a fired barista? A voice came from behind them. I'll listen. They turned. A man stood there. Baseball cap, glasses, casual hoodie, mid-40s, holding coffee from the shop across the street. Rough morning? Imani barely looked up. You could say that. Mind if I sit? She shrugged. He sat carefully, leaving space. Heard through the door. Sounds like you tried to do right. Got fired for it. Sometimes doing right costs everything. His voice was steady. But you did it anyway, that's courage. Imani looked at him. Something about his voice felt familiar. Who are you? Someone who knows what it's like when systems protect the wrong people. He nodded at her folder. That's evidence. What are you planning to do with it? What can I do? Taylor's connected. Corporate loves him. The man's jaw tightened. What if someone with real power saw this? Imani laughed darkly. Like who? The CEO? Adrian Stone has no idea what happens down here. Rich guys never do. They just count money and send congratulations emails. The man's expression didn't change, but something flickered in his eyes. He didn't correct her. Because she was absolutely right. Emma's phone buzzed. "Taylor's looking for me. I have to go." She disappeared back inside. The man gestured to the coffee shop across the street. "Can I buy you a coffee somewhere that's not there?" Imani looked at her folder, at the evidence, at this stranger. "Why not? I've got nothing but time now." They stood and walked toward the cafe, neither of them knowing this conversation would change everything. The coffee shop across the street was small, local, no corporate branding. Adrian ordered 2 coffees, paid the correct price. The barista wrote both their names on the cups without hesitation. Small things, but they mattered. They sat by the window. Imani opened her folder. 6 months of documentation, every receipt I could get. She spread them across the table. Adrian leaned forward. His eyes, trained from years of reading financial reports, caught the patterns immediately. Black customer, $6. White customer, $4.25. Same order. Hispanic customer, $8.50. White customer, $7. Same order. Another black customer, $9.10. White customer, $7.25. Same order. Average overcharge on customers of color, $1.85 per transaction. Imani had done the math in the margins. White customers get mystery discounts, loyalty rewards that don't exist in the system. Adrian pulled out his phone, angling it so she couldn't see the screen, and photographed each receipt. "How long has this been happening?" "Since Taylor took over as manager. 2 years minimum." She flipped to her notebook. "I started noticing 6 months ago. A regular, Mrs. Patterson's sweetest lady, mentioned her latte felt expensive. I checked. We'd charged her $2.35 extra." Adrian's chest went tight. Mrs. Patterson, the woman from his first sale, still being robbed. "I tried to fix it. Rang items correctly. Taylor pulled me aside within a week." "What did he say?" "That I was leaving money on the table." Imani's voice went hard. "Then he showed me the bonus structure. Store margins above 8%. Staff gets 50 to 100 extra per month. Taylor gets way more." She pulled out a printed email. Company letterhead. Official bonus structure. Adrian stared at it. He'd approved that program 5 years ago, designed to reward efficiency, now weaponized into theft. So he steals to hit bonus targets and forces us to help. I refused at first. He cut my hours from 35 to 12 per week. Imani's hands curled into fists. "Rent was due. I had no choice. The others? Emma hates it. Cries between shifts. Student loans are crushing her. James tried to resist too. Same thing happened. Hour cuts until he broke." Adrian sat back. This wasn't just one bad manager. This was systematic exploitation, economic coercion forcing employees to commit crimes against customers. "What about corporate? You said you reported it. 3 times, the ethics hotline." Imani's laugh was bitter. Every complaint got routed to Taylor for local investigation. He buried them all. Adrian knew that system. He'd approved it years ago. Root complaints to local management for quick resolution. He'd built the exact mechanism protecting Taylor. "You seem to really understand this." Imani studied him. "What do you do?" Adrian paused. "I work in workplace justice, legal side." Not entirely a lie. He pulled out a business card, one he'd borrowed from a lawyer friend months ago, Alan Stevens, employment law. "I'm building a case. Your documentation is exactly what I need, but I need to see it myself, witness it happening." "Taylor banned me from the building. What if corporate ordered your reinstatement, pending investigation?" Imani's eyes narrowed. "You can do that?" Adrian pulled out his phone, dialed his COO. "Rachel, it's me. Send a memo to Seattle flagship. Employee Imani Davis reinstated immediately. Pending investigation. Override local objections. Don't explain, just do it. Now." He hung up. Imani stared. "Who are you?" "Someone who needs your help." He met her eyes. "Will you work one more shift? Tomorrow morning?" She looked at her folder. 6 months of evidence, 6 months watching people get robbed. "What happens after you witness it?" "I stop it, permanently. And Taylor?" "Goes down. Hard." Imani was quiet. Her finger traced Mrs. Patterson's receipt. Then, "Yeah, one more shift." Adrian nodded. Tomorrow he'd see it with his own eyes, then burn it all down. 7:45 a.m. next morning. Adrian stood outside the Seattle flagship, baseball cap pulled low, wire-rimmed glasses, plain hoodie, jeans, just another customer. He pushed open the door. The bell chimed. Inside, morning rush was building. Imani stood behind the register, posture stiff. She'd gotten the reinstatement email at 6 a.m. Taylor's furious text followed minutes later. Taylor himself stood near his office, arms crossed, watching everything. Adrian joined the line. 3 customers ahead. First up, white woman, business suit, 30s. Grande latte, please. Imani rang it up. $4.50, correct price. She wrote the name, Jennifer, on the cup with a smile. Have a great day, Jennifer. You too. Customer walked away happy. Second in line, black man, elderly, using a cane. Medium coffee, black. Imani's fingers moved across the register. The screen showed $3, correct price, but her finger hovered. Her eyes flicked toward Taylor. Taylor gave a slight nod. She pressed another button. Total jumped to $4.50. The man paid without checking his receipt, shuffled to pickup. Adrian's jaw clenched. There it was, right in front of him. Third customer, white teenager. Small iced coffee? Imani rang it up. $3.75. Then her finger moved down. A discount appeared. Total, $3.25. Loyalty discount, Imani said automatically. The teenager smiled. Oh, cool, thanks. Paid and left. Adrian stepped to the counter. Imani's eyes widened slightly when she saw him, but she controlled it. What can I get you? Medium latte, please. Her fingers moved to the register. $4. $50 appeared. Then Taylor's voice cut through the store. Imani, my office, now! He'd been waiting for this, testing her, making sure she was still compliant. Imani stepped back. Emma, take over. Emma Wilson emerged from the espresso machine, wiping her hands on her apron, nervous. Sorry about that. She stepped to the register. Medium latte? Please. Emma's hands shook as she pressed the buttons. $4.50 appeared. Then Taylor appeared behind her, his voice loud enough for Adrian to hear. Emma, optimization protocol. Emma's face went pale. Her finger hovered over the screen. Adrian watched her internal war, 3 seconds of pure agony on her face. She pressed the button. $4.50 became $6. That'll be $6, she whispered. Adrian pulled out his wallet slowly. I ordered regular milk. Why $6? System auto-added premium. Can you remove it? Taylor's voice boomed from behind. Lines building, Emma, keep moving. 4 people stood behind Adrian now, all watching. Adrian looked at Emma, really looked at her. 19 years old, tears at the corners of her eyes, trapped. Emma's voice dropped to barely audible, 3 words. Just pay it. Adrian froze. Not let me fix it, not I'll get my manager. Just pay it, surrender, defeat. A teenager forced to steal, hating every second. He handed over $6, took the receipt, the cup, blank, no name. Behind him, a white woman stepped up, ordered the exact same drink. Emma rang it up, $4.50. Then, without prompting, applied a discount, $4.25. Loyalty reward, Emma said, voice mechanical now. She wrote the woman's name, Sarah, on the cup. Adrian moved to the pickup area. Same drink, $1.75 difference. He pulled out his phone, photographed his receipt, then carefully retrieved Sarah's receipt from the trash, photographed them side by side. Evidence. Adrian found a corner table, clear view of the register. He ordered a pastry 30 minutes later, paid $4.50 for what the menu said was $3, and watched. 8:45 a.m., black woman, medium cappuccino, charged $7. Menu price, $5.50. 8:52 a.m., white man, same drink, charged $5.10, discount applied. 9:03 a.m., Hispanic teenager, small iced coffee, charged $5.25, menu price, $3.75. 9:15 a.m., white elderly woman, same drink, charged $3.50, discount. 9:28 a.m., black man in suit, large latte, charged $7.85, menu price, $6. 9:35 a.m., white woman in suit, large latte, charged $5.50. Loyalty discount. Over and over, the pattern held. Adrian opened his phone's notes app. Did the math. 23 black-brown customers. Average overcharge, $1.85, 19. White customers. Average undercharge, 40 cents. Total stolen in 90 minutes, $42.55. He extrapolated, daily, 8-hour operation, till $280 monthly, till $8, 400 annually, till $100, 800, $100,000. One store, 1 year. His phone buzzed. Text from Rachel, his COO. Seattle audit complete, margins 11.2%. Other stores average 6.8%, want details 11.2%. Taylor wasn't just hitting targets, he was crushing them on stolen money. 10 a.m. Emma took her break. Adrian followed her outside. She sat on the back steps, head in her hands. Rough shift? He asked. She looked up, startled. You're the customer, the latte. Yeah. He sat a respectful distance away. You okay? She laughed. It came out as a sob. No, I'm really not. The overcharging. How long have you been doing it? Her head snapped up. You noticed? Hard not to. Emma's face crumpled. I hate it, every single day, but I need this job. Her voice broke. Student loans are $47,000. Rent is $1,200 a month. If I get fired... Did they train you to do this? First week. Taylor called it margin optimization. Said it was normal business. She wiped her eyes. He said we'd get bonuses, 50 to 100 extra per month if we hit targets. Did you know what it actually meant? I thought it was like surge pricing or something. I didn't think... She stopped. I didn't think about who we were stealing from. But you know now. Yeah. And I hate myself for it. She looked at him. You're going to report this, aren't you? Would that be so bad? For Taylor? No. For us? We all lose our jobs. Emma, James, everyone we participated. We're guilty too. Adrian's chest ached. She wasn't wrong. What if there was a way to fix this without destroying the people who were forced into it? Emma's eyes held desperate hope. How? By going after the system, not the victims. I'm not a victim. I pressed the buttons. I stole. Under coercion. That's different. Her phone buzzed. Text from Taylor. Break over, now. She stood quickly. What are you going to do? Talk to your manager. Taylor, why? Because I'm going to give him enough rope to hang himself. Emma's phone buzzed again. Urgent. I have to go. But be careful. Taylor makes problems disappear. She hurried inside. Adrian sat on the steps a moment longer. Taylor made problems disappear, not this one. Adrian walked back inside, approached the counter. James Anderson was on register now. I need to speak to the manager. I have a complaint. James hesitated. What kind? Pricing issue. James's face went neutral. I'll get him. 30 seconds later, Taylor emerged. Professional smile locked in place. I'm Taylor Brooks, store manager. How can I help? I was charged $6 for a medium latte. Menu says $4.50. The smile never wavered. System glitch. Let me refund you. Keep it. I want to understand the glitch. Taylor's eyes narrowed slightly. Old POS software. Acts up sometimes. Funny. The customer after me got the same drink for $4.25. Loyalty discount. She's a regular. Adrian pulled out his phone. Showed the side-by-side receipt photos. I've been here 90 minutes. Documented 40 transactions. There's a pattern. Taylor's smile vanished. Who are you? Someone who believes in honest business. Look, if you're some kind of reporter, I'm a customer who's been watching systematic theft. Taylor glanced around. Store was busy, too public. Let's discuss this in my office. Not a request. Adrian followed him. The office was small. Awards covered the wall. Manager of the Year 2023. Highest revenue growth. Excellence in operations. All built on theft. Taylor closed the door, turned. What do you want? Money? A settlement? The truth. Taylor laughed shortly. Fine. This is retail. Corporate sets impossible targets. I find creative solutions. Creative meaning stealing from black customers? I prefer revenue optimization. Taylor leaned against his desk. We identify low audit risk transactions. Customers who don't check receipts, don't complain, invisible income. Adrian's hands clenched in his pockets. Taylor was confessing, freely, because he thought there were no consequences. You target minorities specifically. I target profit opportunities. The demographic pattern is just data. And your employees? I train them properly. Some resist. He shrugged. I cut their hours until they comply or quit. Basic management. You call extortion management? I call hitting 11.2% margin success. Taylor pulled open a desk drawer, showed Adrian a document. Bonus statement, $6,200. Regional manager position opens next month. These numbers guarantee it. Adrian stared at the number. $6,000. Built on stealing from people who looked like him. From Mrs. Patterson's Social Security checks. From Dr. Franklin's loyalty. From every customer who trusted his company. One last question, Adrian said carefully. Do you know who I am? Taylor crossed his arms. Should I? Adrian reached up, removed his glasses, then his baseball cap. Recognition hit Taylor like a freight train. Color drained from his face. Mr. Stone, this isn't... Finish that sentence. I want to hear the lie. Taylor's mouth opened, closed, silent. Adrian pulled out his phone, pressed play on the recording he'd been running since entering the office. Taylor's voice filled the room. We identify low audit risk transactions, customers who don't check receipts. That's a confession, Adrian said quietly, to systematic theft, discrimination, coercion. Taylor stumbled backward. You can't... My contract... Theft voids contracts. Adrian opened the office door. The entire staff stood outside. They'd heard everything through the thin walls. Imani stood in front, arms crossed, Emma beside her, James behind, all of them watching. Taylor's empire crumbling in real time. Call security, Adrian said to James. Mr. Brooks is terminated, effective immediately. Taylor's face went from pale to red. You can't fire me. My contract, theft voids contracts, you're done. I hit every target. Desperation showed. You rewarded me. I rewarded numbers, not theft. Adrian's jaw was tight. This ends now. He turned to the staff. Everyone front. Close the register. Emma flipped the sign. Closed for staff meeting. Adrian pulled out his laptop, connected it to the customer display screen. You need to see this. Numbers filled the screen. 90-minute analysis. Asterisk black/brown customers, 23. Overcharge plus $1. 85 AVG asterisk white customers, 19. Undercharged, 40 cents AVG asterisk total theft, $42.55 asterisk daily, tilde $280 asterisk monthly, tilde $8, 400 asterisk annual, tilde $100 800 gasps. 100,000 stolen every year. This store alone. Next slide. Company data, asterisk. Seattle, 11.2% margins asterisk average, 6.8% asterisk. Difference, $100K plus stolen. Want to know where it went? He projected Taylor's bonus statement. Quarterly bonus, $6,200, $6,000 from theft, Emma cried silently. James's fists clenched. A voice from behind. I spent my Social Security here. Mrs. Patterson stood in the doorway, 81, cane in hand. She held up today's receipt. Latte was $6.50. Menu says $4.50. Adrian's heart broke. Mrs. Patterson, I trusted you. Her voice shook with rage. Where were you when this happened? Not here in an office looking at numbers. I failed you. Sorry doesn't pay bills. But a refund will, every penny, with interest. Security arrived. Escort him out, he's terminated. Taylor exploded. Other managers do this too. Portland, San Francisco, their numbers are just as good. I'm not the only one. Adrian froze. What? You created this. Taylor was manic. The bonuses, the pressure, you're guilty too. Security took him out. His voice echoed. You built this system. Silence. Adrian faced his staff. He's partly right. I created bonuses that rewarded the wrong things, didn't oversee, didn't listen. He looked at Imani. You reported 3 times. The system failed you. I failed you. Just fix it. I will. Now. New slide. Immediate actions. 1. Audit all 42 stores. 2. Refund every customer. 3. External ethics system. 4. Eliminate bonuses. 5. Transparent pricing. If other stores are doing this, I'll find them. You participated. Under coercion. That matters. 2 choices. Leave with severance. Or stay, rebuild, earn back trust. If we stay? Emma asked. Ethics training, 60 days reduced pay, then reinstatement at 15% raise. Why reduced pay? Actions have consequences, even forced ones, but they'll be fair. Emma spoke first. I'll stay. Me too. James, 8 of 10 stayed. Mrs. Patterson still watched. I owe you more than sorry. He handed her an envelope. 2 years stolen, $176. Here's $211 with interest. She didn't take it. And? Second envelope. Lifetime VIP card, free coffee, any location. I don't want free coffee. I want your promise. You have it. Never again. On my life. She took both, held his eyes. I'll be watching. Good. I need you to. She left. Imani stepped forward. What about me? You exposed this. Risked everything. He pulled a name badge from his pocket. Imani Davis, store manager, effective immediately. The room erupted. Staff clapped. Emma hugged her. Imani stared at the badge. I'm not qualified. You chose integrity over safety. That's leadership. If I'm manager, she pinned on the badge. First rule, we ask how to pronounce every name. Adrian smiled. Perfect. Second, pricing mistakes favor the customer. Always. Exactly right. Third, anyone sees wrong, speak up. To me, corporate, the press. I don't care. That's the culture I wanted. Dr. Franklin appeared in the doorway. Adrian had texted him earlier. Dr. Franklin, thank you for coming. Your message said urgent. It is. Adrian pulled up data. We stole from you. $1,240 over 8 years. Dr. Franklin's jaw set. Adrian handed him an envelope. $1,550. Your money plus interest. I don't want money. I want a promise. Never again. I'm checking every store myself. How can I trust that? Because I'm publishing results. Public accountability. Dr. Franklin took the envelope slowly. Don't make me regret this second chance. I won't. He left. Adrian looked at his new manager. Ready to rebuild? Imani nodded. Every day, every customer. Adrian addressed the team. Customers pressed against windows outside, watching the closed store. Nobody here gets fired except Taylor. You were coerced. That's different. But we still did it. Emma's voice was small. Under economic pressure, that matters. Adrian was firm. Here's what happens next. Option 1, walk away. 2-week severance, clean record. Option 2, stay. Ethics training, 60 days at minimum wage while we rebuild trust. Then review for reinstatement at 15% raise. Why take a cut? James asked. Because actions have consequences, even forced ones, but they'll be fair and lead somewhere better. Emma raised her hand. I'll stay. I want to fix this. Me too. James, 1 by 1. 8 of 10 stayed. Good. Training starts Monday. Adrian pulled up a presentation. Now the real changes. Systematic reform. Change 1, transparent pricing. Exact prices on every menu, no hidden charges, ever. Change 2, receipt verification program. Every 10th customer gets free coffee if we overcharged, any amount. Emma's eyes widened. That'll cost less than theft did, and it builds trust. Change 3, bonuses eliminated company-wide. Base pay up 15% instead. No incentive to steal. Change 4, external ethics system. Third-party investigations. Anonymous reports protected by lawyers, not HR. Change 5. I'm going undercover at all 42 stores. Same method, customer perspective. Any manager running schemes out immediately. The door burst open. A news crew stood there, camera on shoulder, reporter with microphone. We got a tip about a major confrontation here. Can we get a statement? Adrian looked at Imani. Your store now, your call. She walked to the door, opened it wide. Yeah, come in. People need to know what happened here. The interview went live. Imani stood at the register, camera on her, calm, clear. For 2 years, this store ran a theft system. We charged black and brown customers more, white customers less. It was systematic, deliberate, wrong. The reporter's eyes widened. You participated in this? I was forced to. Threatened with lost hours if I refused. Others were too. She gestured at Emma and James. We're not innocent, but we were trapped by someone who exploited our need to survive. What changed? Someone with real power finally saw the truth with his own eyes. She turned to Adrian. This is Adrian Stone, CEO of Elevation Coffee Collective. He went undercover as a customer, witnessed the theft himself. Adrian stepped into frame. I built a system that allowed this to happen. That failure is mine. Now I'm fixing it. How exactly? Full forensic audit of every store. Refunds to every customer we robbed. New independent ethics oversight. Completely transparent pricing. What about criminal charges? Already filed against former manager Taylor Brooks. Theft, fraud, discrimination, the DA has all the evidence. The reporter turned to her camera for a live update. You're hearing it here first. Behind them, the door flew open again. Customers flooded in. 20, 30, 40 people. More coming. Mrs. Patterson led them. We saw the news alert on our phones. Came to see if this is real. Adrian faced the growing crowd. It's real. We stole from you. Many of you. For months. Some for years. He turned the display screen toward them. Showed the numbers. Average overcharge, $1.85 per transaction. If you're a regular customer here, you're getting a refund letter this week. Full amount stolen plus 20% interest. A black man in the crowd spoke up. I've been coming here 3 years, almost daily. How much did you take from me? Give your name to Imani right now. We'll calculate it today. Refund check issued immediately. You'll walk out with it. Just like that? It's your money. We're giving it back. No lawyers, no waiting, today. A woman raised her hand. How do we know this won't happen again? How can we trust you? Imani answered before Adrian could. Because I'm the manager now. I'm the one who exposed this system. Lost my job for it. And my first act as manager? She walked to the wall behind the counter, grabbed Taylor's revenue target board, ripped it off the wall. This is garbage. She threw it in the trash, replaced it with a new board she'd already prepared. Customer trust score. Goal, 95% trust rating measured by receipt accuracy, customer surveys, employee honesty reports. We measure success by trust now, not by how much we can steal. Applause started. Slow at first, then louder. The victims, the people who'd been robbed, were clapping. Mrs. Patterson stepped forward, held up her refund check. This man kept his promise to me, gave back every penny that was stolen. She looked at the crowd. I'm giving him another chance. You should consider it too. Dr. Franklin entered, having heard the commotion. She's right, I'm angry, I feel betrayed. But he's actually fixing it. He held up his check. Actions matter more than words. Watch what he does next. The reporter captured it all. The confessions, the refunds, the change happening in real time. Emma stepped forward, directly into the camera. I stole from people. I hated every second of it. But I was scared of losing my job, my ability to pay rent. Tears streamed down her face. I'm sorry to every single person I hurt. I'm staying here to make it right. James joined her. Me too. We're going to earn back your trust, however long it takes, whatever it takes. The cameras got it all. Adrian looked at Imani. Your store, what's next? She surveyed the crowd. Her staff, the cameras still rolling. We reopen, right now. We serve coffee, honestly. And we prove every single day that this change is real. She walked to the front door, flipped the sign. Open! Customers started entering, forming a line. Mrs. Patterson went first. Medium latte, please. Imani rang it up on the register. $4.50. Exactly right. She wrote the name clearly on the cup with a marker. That'll be... She paused. Actually, this one's on the house. For your patience with us. Mrs. Patterson smiled. Paid the $4.50 anyway. This is how you rebuild trust, baby. One honest cup at a time. She dropped a $5 bill in the tip jar. The new one, clearly labeled, shared equally among all staff. The cameras captured every moment. The moment a company chose truth over profit. The moment victims became leaders. The moment change became real. 1 hour later, the news crews had left. The crowd had thinned. Adrian stood in the back room with his team. Laptop open. Time to build the new system. Let's talk about what happens next. Real changes, starting today. He pulled up a presentation. Week 1, immediate actions. First, full audit launches now. All 42 stores. I've called in our accounting team and a third-party forensic firm. Every receipt from the past 2 years gets analyzed for pricing patterns? Emma asked. Who does that? Independent professionals, experts in fraud detection. Any store showing discrepancies, management removed same day. No warnings. He clicked to the next slide. Second, customer restitution begins tomorrow. We have transaction records, credit card data, we can identify victims. Numbers appeared. Seattle store, asterisk, 2,843 customers affected, asterisk, average refund, $63 per person, asterisk. Total owed, $179,109. Letters go out tomorrow morning. Full refund plus 20% interest, plus a personal written apology from me. James whistled low. That's $180,000, just one store. Closer to $215,000 with interest. Multiply that by however many stores were running this. Adrian's jaw was tight. And it's what's right, Imani spoke up. What about customers we can't track? Cash transactions? Good question. We're setting up a claims process. Anyone who believes they were overcharged can submit receipts or transaction dates. We verify and refund. What if they don't have receipts? If they're a regular and our records show frequent visits during the theft period, we refund based on average overcharge. Benefit of doubt goes to customers. Always. Next slide. Third, the bonus structure. Gone. Eliminated across all 42 stores. Effective immediately. Concerned murmurs. But base wages increase 15%. Company-wide, today. No performance requirements. The concern shifted to surprise. You're giving us raises? Emma's voice cracked. After you were exploited and coerced? Yes. Adrian was firm. Fair compensation removes the economic pressure to steal. Fourth, pricing transparency mandate. New slide showed redesigned menu boards, new standards, asterisk. Exact prices listed, tax included asterisk. No hidden charges permitted asterisk. QR code links to live pricing audit. Asterisk price. Match guarantee at every register. If we charge you wrong, item is free plus a $20 gift card. No questions. James studied the screen. That'll cost money when we mess up. Good. It incentivizes accuracy. Honest mistakes are forgivable. Systems designed to steal aren't. Fifth, ethics system overhaul. New reporting infrastructure, asterisk. Third-party firm, Ethics Point Solutions. Asterisk 24/7. Anonymous hotline plus secure web portal, asterisk. Guaranteed external investigation of every report, asterisk. Whistleblower protection handled by law firm, not HR, asterisk 0. Routing to local management. Any retaliation against a reporter, the retaliator gets terminated immediately. Same day. Emma raised her hand. What if someone makes false reports? Professional investigators determine that. But we err on believing reporters first. The old system failed because we didn't believe Imani. Never again. He clicked to a new slide. Employee Support Fund. $500,000 allocated. This is brand new. Education scholarships, emergency financial assistance, mental health counseling, any employee struggling, you have resources. Emma, those student loans? We have a debt assistance program now. James, you want to finish your business degree? Tuition covered. James looked stunned. You're investing in us? After everything? After you survived systematic abuse? Absolutely. Adrian leaned forward. Helping you isn't charity, it's justice. You were victims too. Sixth, leadership accountability, starting with me. My restructured role, asterisk. Next 6 months, undercover at all 42 stores, asterisk. Different disguise every time, asterisk. Customer perspective, always asterisk after that. Quarterly random visits forever. And I'm publishing results, public dashboard, trust scores, pricing accuracy, employee satisfaction, everything transparent. Anyone can access it. Imani spoke quietly. You're making yourself accountable to everyone. Should have been from the beginning. I failed. Not anymore. Questions? What about Taylor? Legal consequences? Emma asked. Criminal charges filed, 4 counts theft, 2 counts discrimination. DA has the recording, receipts, everything. What about us? You were coerced. Taylor's recorded words prove he threatened you. You'll testify as witnesses, not defendants. Relief washed over Emma's face. What if other managers are doing this? James asked. Each store getting audited also gets temporary ethical oversight from vetted corporate managers. They ensure no retaliation while we investigate. Mrs. Patterson, who'd stayed to watch, spoke up. What do you need from customers? Keep checking receipts, every time. Keep holding us accountable. Something's wrong? Report it. You're our quality control now. And spread the word. Tell people what happened, the theft and the fix. Transparency goes both ways. Imani stepped forward, manager badge gleaming. When do I officially start? You started when you pinned that badge on. This is your store. What's your first decision? She thought for a moment. We put up a sign, front door, where everyone can see. What sign? She grabbed a marker and poster board, wrote in large, clear letters, We're sorry. We participated in systematic theft. We were wrong. We're fixing it. Every day. Every customer. The team. She showed it to Adrian. Honest enough? He smiled. First real smile in days. Perfect. Exactly right. Together, they taped it to the front door. Customers gathering outside stopped to read it. Some shook their heads and walked away, but many stayed, watching, waiting. A black woman in business attire knocked on the glass. Imani opened the door. "I saw your sign. That took guts. We owed the truth. I've been overcharged here for months. I knew something was off, but I figured what's the point of complaining? The point is you deserved better. We're doing better, starting right now, starting with you." The woman studied Imani's face, looking for sincerity. Found it. "All right, one chance. Thank you. Your next drink is free, and you'll get a full refund check within 72 hours. You're serious. Completely serious." The woman entered. Others followed cautiously, testing. Adrian stood back and watched Imani step behind the counter with confidence, watched her train Emma with patience, watched James welcome returning customers with genuine apologies. This was exactly what he'd built the company for 12 years ago. It had taken losing everything to finally remember that promise. But now they were building it right. For real this time. 3 weeks later, 6:30 a.m., Imani unlocked the Seattle flagship's front door, her keys, her store. Inside, she straightened the sign. Under new management, committed to fair service. The menu boards had been replaced, every price clear. No asterisks, just honest numbers. Emma arrived at 6:45, 15 minutes early. "Morning, boss. Morning. How are you?" "Better. The counselor has been helpful. I'm sleeping again." "Good. You don't carry this alone anymore." They prepped together, Emma on espresso machine, Imani on register. At 6:58, Sophie Miller arrived. First shift, 20 years old. Nervous. "First day jitters?" Imani asked. "Yeah, never worked coffee before." "That's okay, I'll train you right. First lesson, menu price is the price we charge, period. No additions, no discounts. Clear?" Sophie nodded, taking notes. "Second, customer names matter. Not sure how to pronounce? Ask. They'll appreciate it. What if I forget? Ask again. Respect matters more than memory." Doors opened at 7 a.m. First customer, Mrs. Patterson, Tuesday regular. "Mrs. Patterson, your usual?" "Please, baby." Imani rang it up. $4.50. Exactly right. It had removed all unauthorized charge buttons. She wrote Mrs. Patterson on the cup carefully. "That'll be $4.50. Mrs. Patterson pulled out her VIP card. "This still real?" "Absolutely. On the house." She paid anyway. "Supporting what you're building. This is how you build it." $5 bill in the tip jar, shared equally among all staff. Morning rush built. 7:23 a.m. Black businessman ordered large latte. Imani rang it. $6. Correct. Wrote his name. Marcus, clearly. "Have a great day, Marcus." He checked his receipt, looked at the price. At her. "It's right." Almost surprised. "Always will be." 7:45 a.m., white customer, complicated order. Soy milk, extra shot, vanilla, caramel drizzle. Sophie handled it, rang each modification. Total, $8.25. No random discount, just actual price. Customer paid and left. Sophie turned to Imani. "Should I have given a discount?" She seemed regular. "Only if there's a real promotion, otherwise no, fair means fair for everyone. Even if she expects it. Especially then, we're breaking old patterns." 8:30 a.m., James arrived. Morning shift now, his choice, better for coursework. "How's business class?" Imani asked. "Hard, but good. The scholarship covering books helps huge. You'll make a great manager someday, learning from the best." Emma's moment came at 9:15 a.m., a customer she recognized. She'd overcharged him dozens of times under Taylor. Her hands shook as he ordered. "Medium cappuccino, $5.50. She rang it correctly. Before handing the receipt, she breathed deep. "Sir, I need to apologize." Confused look. "For what?" "I worked here under old management. I overcharged you, multiple times. It was wrong. I'm sorry." He blinked. "You're apologizing?" "Yes, you deserved better. You'll get a refund letter, but I wanted to say it personally." His expression softened. "That takes courage, kid. Trying to do better. $10 tip in the jar." Emma's eyes watered. Imani squeezed her shoulder. "That's courage. Making it right face to face." Noon. Adrian walked in. No disguise, just himself. Staff recognized him. "Mr. Stone, didn't know you were coming." "That's the point. Spot check. How's it going?" "See for yourself." Imani pulled up the daily report. Every transaction logged, every price matched menu exactly. Zero discrepancies. Adrian scanned numbers, looked at the team. Emma making drinks focused, James training Sophie, Imani managing with quiet confidence. You're doing it right. Imani held up a receipt. Customer named Daniel. $4.50 for medium latte. Perfect. Third one today I've set aside. Why? Proof. Every perfect receipt proves we're doing it right. She led him to her office, pointed to the wall. Adrian's original receipt pinned there. $6 overcharge, circled in red. Below it, 30 perfect receipts from 3 weeks, all correct, all honest. Underneath, handwritten. The receipt that changed everything, and the receipts that prove we changed. Adrian's throat tightened. This was what he'd wanted to build. Can I order coffee? Of course. Medium latte. She rang it. $4.50, wrote Adrian clearly. He paid, took receipt, checked it. Perfect. He looked at his team, felt something he hadn't in weeks. Real pride. Keep doing this. Every day, every customer. As he left, heard Emma asking a name. It's Aliyah, Aliyah, beautiful name. Customer smiled. Small moment. But it mattered. 6 months later, the numbers told a story. 42 stores audited, 11 managers removed. Similar schemes uncovered in Portland, San Francisco, Denver. $843,000 refunded to 8,340 customers across all locations. 3,200 employees retrained in ethical service. But numbers weren't the whole story. Taylor Brooks faced trial. 4 counts theft, 2 counts discrimination, guilty on all counts. 18 months prison, $250,000 in fines. Imani Davis enrolled at University of Washington Business Program. Full scholarship, still managing Seattle flagship, store trust score 94%. Emma Wilson became shift supervisor, led ethics training for new hires. Student loan debt reduced by $12,000 through company assistance. James Anderson completed his degree, promoted to assistant manager, Tacoma location. Mrs. Patterson still came every Tuesday, paid for her coffee despite the lifetime card. Supporting what you're building. Dr. Franklin returned monthly, brought colleagues, trust rebuilt, one visit at a time. Seattle flagship's wall of receipts had grown. Hundreds of perfect transactions, proof of sustained change. Adrian kept his promise. Every quarter, different disguise, different store. Checking, watching, holding himself accountable. Underscore. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button right now. If you believe people like Imani deserve to win, hit like. If you think leaders like Adrian should be everywhere, hit like. Then subscribe and ring that notification bell because we drop stories about justice, courage, and people who refuse to back down every single week. Drop a comment. Have you ever been overcharged? Ever seen pricing discrimination with your own eyes? Tell us your story below. Thousands will read it. Your voice matters. Now here's what you do. Check every receipt, line by line. Race matters, appearance matters. Compare with friends. Document everything. Screenshots, dates. Patterns prove theft. Report it. ftc.gov, your state consumer office. Speak up like Imani. One voice breaks systems. Support ethical businesses. B Corp, fair trade, public audits. Share this video. Tag your boss, your coworker, anyone who needs to see this. That $1.50 difference, it's not money, it's dignity. Don't just pay it, fight it. Like if you'll check your next receipt, subscribe if you believe in accountability, comment if you've ever been robbed by a system, because change happens when we refuse to stay silent.